What's up, guys? How's it going? This is Josh. Just wanted to make a quick video. Hopefully the kids' TV isn't too loud here. So I finished my first semester. I'm done. Finished it a couple weeks ago, I guess. And I wanted to wait to make this video until my grades were up and kind of see what's going on there. So this is going to kind of do a reporting on my grades, some stuff about the semester, and then an outline for next semester. So wrapping up, it was a tough semester, but it was definitely doable. It wasn't too bad. I was nervous about my grades at the end because one of my assignments that I thought I did well on, I did not do well on. It was the head-to-toe assessment. I mean, I did okay, but it wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be. So I was a little nervous about that, but grades ended up coming up all right. And so I ended up with in a health assessment, I got a B+. In pathophysiology, I got a B. That one I just barely squeaked by. I was not expecting to get a B. I was hoping for it, but it was very likely to swing towards the C+ range. But I got a B, so I'm happy with it. In BCC, that's what our school calls their fundamentals. In BCC, I got an A, which I was very happy about. And then in our health promotion course, we got an A. And our health promotion course was kind of, I don't want to say it was a joke, but it was not a traditional course. It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be, lectures, exams, papers. We did not write a freaking paper in that class. We had this big project that we put together as a class, and it was just insanity from start to finish, and it ended up coming off really well, and everyone was excited about it. The deans were excited, our professor was excited, so it ended up being really good. But my part in it was pretty minuscule. I mean, I helped in a lot of the planning, but in the actual presentation of it, I dressed up in a flight suit representing a flight nurse, and which was really cool. But yeah, so I assumed I was going to come out of that class with an A, but I don't know. We might have gotten an actual grade on two things, and we never actually saw our grades on like almost anything. But it ended up being good. I got an A, so I'm happy. Don't have to do it again. So lowest grade I got this semester was a B, which I'm happy about. One thing I'm nervous about, though, is that next semester, apparently, that's going to be the minimum. For nursing courses this semester and previous semesters, all we had to maintain was a C. No, C+. We had to get at least a 75 in the course to progress through the program. And this coming semester, they've decided to change that, and now we have to have an 80. So, I mean, it's like I kept that this semester. I'm planning on maintaining at least a B the rest of the semesters, but it's just that added. It's like, oh man, I don't have that cushion anymore. Like I can't say, oh well, I only got a C+, but at least I'm moving on. I gotta get a B. So I'm pretty nervous about that. And this coming semester is supposed to be the hardest one that we've ever had. It's a summer semester. It's only 12 weeks as opposed to the normal 15 weeks, and it's just going to be insane. We have, last I heard, there are 12 people from the cohort ahead of us who did not progress in one or more of the classes and are being held back and joining our cohort now. So that makes me a little more nervous. Next semester we've got health and illness, which I think is our med-surg. I don't know. Our school has like its own names for everything, so I think it's med-surg. And then we have psychiatric and mental health, and we have pharmacology. And is that it? It seems like there's one more. Oh, we have a research class, but that one's online. So that'll be interesting. I've heard that the health and illness or med-surg is really not really hard, but it's you got to keep up with it. And then pharmacology, of course, is just nuts. So I'm going to be doing a video. I've been doing some research on, I've been watching like YouTube videos that other people have put out on how they studied for pharmacology. And this week, I am going to be starting my own pharmacology binder, because it's just going to be insane. Everybody says that it's super hard and everything. And so my fundamentals lab professor this past semester, he sent all of his students a list of drugs and drug types to get familiar with, and some like outlines on how to start organizing all that data into a more manageable format. So I'm going to start doing that this week, and hopefully at the end of this week or maybe next week, I'll get a video out about what I'm doing to study for it and how to get ready. So I wanted to talk about for just a minute a couple things that I wish I would have done better this past semester, things that I feel like would have helped me. I did not get my act together as far as schedule goes. Like, I have my class schedule in my phone, and so that worked pretty well. I mean, it wasn't an issue to get to class on time or anything like that, but my issue was scheduling my studies, and I did not do a good job with that. I tried to do it in my phone a couple times, and it just didn't work. And so I got lazy at the end of the semester. I was kind of going nuts because I was more disorganized at the end of the semester than I was at the beginning, and I had to, like 2 weeks before finals, I had to get my butt in gear because I didn't know what was coming up, and I didn't know what I needed to do. I didn't know what my grades needed to be, and I was a mess. And I mean, there were a lot of things, like we were looking into buying a house, and we actually made an offer on one, and we ended up not going with it for a bunch of reasons. But you know, there were a lot of things going on, and I let myself go. So that would be something that I would really recommend is just like setting down a very set way of organizing your time and scheduling out your studies, and then sticking to it. So don't do what I did. Yeah, so next semester should be pretty good. Another thing that I did not do that I want to do is I put all these binders together, like, oh, I'm going to use these binders, and then I never did anything with them. I never had anything to do with them. So pharmacology is going to be a big one that I'm gonna be using the binder method and just putting everything in there and using my notes as a reference throughout the semester. It sounds like we're gonna have an exam in that course every 2 weeks, and then like the midterm is gonna be cumulative, and the final is gonna be cumulative. At least that's what I'm hearing. So could change, but so it's like this stuff. I mean, obviously you want to know it anyway because you're going into nursing. You got to know what you're doing, but it's going to be really important to keep that fresh in my mind as I go into the midterm and then go into the final, because those are going to be cumulative. So real quick, just at the last thing, I forgot about this. I wanted to show you my schedule for next semester, and just how I'm going to be organizing everything that I do. So 1 second. Super professional, I know. Let me just get up in the middle of my video. That's another thing. I've been focusing a lot more on. I'd been focusing on like, ooh, let me get a logo. Let me get a theme song. Let me get a name. And I wasn't really focusing on the content of my videos. And I apologize for that. But I really want to focus on my content. So you're not going to see anything flashy in these videos for a while. At least not until I can get my act together. Okay, so hoping you can see this on the video. So this is how I organized myself. Hopefully it's not backwards. I can't remember how this video works. So I got a calendar that breaks down the day. It starts at 8 a.m. and goes until 8 p.m. And it just breaks it down by every 15 minutes. And this is just a calendar I got at Walmart. No big deal. It's like $10 or something like that. And so then what I did is I wrote what the class is, or like this one's clinical, and then it goes by every 15 minutes, and I just draw an arrow down to that point. So I know I'm busy that whole time. And so then what I'm going to do is in here is where I'm going to put my assignments that are due at that time. Make sense? So that way what I can do is on Sunday, or I don't know, it's probably going to be Sunday, I can sit down with this, lay it open, say, okay, I have these things due. I can make a list of the things that are due that week and the next week, you know, as I look at it, and I can have a running list of assignments that are due. And that way, you know, I can not only schedule in my study times, but my study times are going to be focused and prioritized for that week. So anyway, that's the video for today. Hopefully it wasn't too long. I have my phone flipped the other way. I can't see how long it was, but yeah, so good luck in your semesters. I will keep you updated. I'm probably going to do these videos on a weekly basis again. Like we're on break for another like 2 weeks, so I want to kind of get in a routine of going, putting these videos together. And watch out for my next video. That one is the one I'm gonna share my study tips for pharmacology. I'm gonna put in the medications that my professor recommended, and yeah, hopefully we can tackle this beast together. So take care, guys. If you're off of school, enjoy your time off. If you're in school, keep plugging. I'll be there in a couple weeks.